Welcome to a short tutorial on CFAP2, the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program. This program is administered by the Farm Service Agency, an agency under the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This presentation is meant as a brief overview of CFAP2. If you want to learn more information or if you want to apply, you can contact your local county FSA office. My name is Becky, and along with Catherine, we are giving this presentation from the Berkshire County office in Pittsfield. CFAP2's goal is to provide relief for agricultural producers who continue to face market disruptions and associated costs because of COVID-19. The funds do not have to be paid back, nor are there stipulations on how they must be spent. The payments are not expected to make producers whole or compensate them for all their losses, but is designed to give producers some financial relief. Furthermore, you do not need to have suffered losses or disruptions to apply. The deadline to apply is December 11th, 2020. Producers of specified agricultural commodities are eligible for CFAP2 payments if they have an average adjusted gross income of less than $900,000 or derive at least 75% of their adjusted gross income from farming or forestry related activities. Individuals and entities must also commercially produce the eligible commodities, be in the business of farming at the time of application, comply with the provisions of the highly erodible land and wetland conservation regulations, and do not have a controlled substance violation. Contract growers are not eligible for CFAP2. How do you apply? If you are a new customer to USDA, your local FSA staff will work with you to fill out the application for the program and will ask for this type of information: name and address, personal information, including your tax ID number, farm operating structure, adjusted gross income compliance certification to ensure eligibility, direct deposit information to enable payment. If you have worked with FSA or our sister agency, NRCS, the office likely has some of your information on file. If you are unfamiliar with where your nearest service center is located, you can search for it online. There are three major categories of payment calculations in CFAP2 program that we will discuss. Those categories are price trigger commodities, flat rate row crops, which we will not discuss, but you can contact your local office for more information, and sales commodities. We'll cover the types of commodities that are eligible under each type of payment category, but there is also a CFAP2 eligible commodities finder available at farmers.gov/CFAP. Price trigger commodities are those that the USDA determines have experienced a 5% or greater market price decline between mid-January and late July 2020. Producers do not have to justify price decline for their own crops. If the USDA has deemed a crop eligible for CFAP2, the producer can apply for payment. Commodities within this category are acreage-based crops like barley, corn, sorghum, etc., broilers and chicken eggs, dairy, cow milk only, and livestock, beef cattle, hogs and pigs, lambs and sheep, excluding breeding stock. For cow milk, producers receive a payment for each pound of cow milk produced or dumped between April and August 2020, and for an estimated amount of milk that will be produced between September and December 2020. Please note, goat milk is eligible for CFAP2 under the sales commodity section. For chicken, eggs, and broilers, payment is based on the producer's 2019 production. If a producer is a new producer and does not have any 2019 production, They will report their actual 2020 production to date. Producers report their egg production by dozen for shell eggs and in pounds for all other egg types. The definition of broilers are chickens commercially produced for meat purposes that have left the farm for slaughter and are not used for laying or breeding purposes. Broilers are reported by head. Please remember contract growers are not eligible for CFAP 2.
Hi, this is Catherine. I'll be taking over for now. CFAP 2 for livestock includes beef cattle, hogs, pigs, sheep, and lambs. However, breeding stock is not eligible, and this includes breeding livestock removed from the breeding operation. Breeding stock are females that have given birth and males that have sired offspring. Also ineligible for a livestock payment are dairy cattle, equine, companion animals, animals raised for hunting or game purposes. Producers must report their one-day highest inventory of eligible livestock per livestock category from April 16th to August 31st, 2020. Payment is the inventory multiplied by the applicable payment rate. Beef cattle are paid at $55 a head, hogs and pigs at $23 per head, and sheep and lambs at $27 per head. The next category is the sales commodity category. Under CFAP 2, if you can grow it, it's probably eligible. Sales commodities are the following: specialty crops. There are more than 230 fruit, vegetable, horticulture, and tree nut commodities eligible, along with honey and maple sap. Aquaculture, floriculture and nursery crops. This includes cut flowers. Specialty livestock, which are livestock raised for food, fur, fiber, or feathers. However, it excludes breeding stock and egg sales. Tobacco, goat's milk, mink, mohair, and wool. Other ineligible commodities are companion animals and animals raised for hunting or game, pelts other than mink, and any and all resold items. Payment for sales commodities are based on a producer's 2019 sales. Eligible sales include only sales of raw commodities grown by the producer. The portion of sales derived from adding value to the commodity, such as processing, and from sales of products purchased for resale is not eligible. This means producers will need to convert a processed commodity back to the raw form and report that raw commodity's sales values. For example, if you are a producer of goat milk that you process into cheese, the amount of sales that you would claim on your CFAP 2 application would be the value of the milk, the raw product. If you sell the milk, you probably know that value. But if you process the milk into cheese, you would need to determine what the value of the milk is in order to report it. Your local FSA office might be able to help you with that, so please give them a call. Another example, maple syrup must be converted to the raw form maple sap. The county office has the conversion factor for this, so you may supply the county office with your maple syrup sales for them to convert to maple sap sales. Producers report their total 2019 commodity sales per subcategory. For the payment calculation for these crops, we will use a sales-based approach, where producers are paid based on 5 payment ranges, wherein the first $49,999 in sales is paid at 10.6%, and so on. Please note, producers who began farming a subcategory of sales commodity in 2020 and have no 2019 sales will self-certify their actual 2020 sales at the time of application in lieu of 2019 sales. Here is a payment example. A producer's 2019 sales totaled $75,000. The payment for this producer would be calculated as the first $49,999 times 10.6% payment factor, plus the remaining $25,001 times a 9.9% payment factor, equals a total payment of $7,775. Producers are self-certifying that their reported numbers are accurate. However, keep your documentation because there may be a spot check up to 3 years after payment is made. A producer's reported quantities may be adjusted upon review by the USDA if the quantity is determined to be unreasonable or inaccurate based upon submitted evidence. Producers may owe money back if their adjusted numbers are smaller than their reported numbers. You will have 60 days from signing an application to resolve any eligibility issues with your application. Approved applications are processed for payment, and payments are sent electronically through direct deposit. You do not need to have a farm number to apply unless you are applying for acreage-based commodities or for establishing conservation compliance. Offices may follow up with producers to establish farm numbers as needed. You can ask for and receive help in filling out your application from your local FSA office. If you are in Berkshire County, you can reach the Berkshire County FSA office at 413-443-1776 extension 2, or you can email Becky or Catherine. And this concludes our CFAP 2 tutorial. Call or email with any questions. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.